What's good, YouTube?
Alright, so what's up, YouTube? I got top 16 at the Genesys Invitational with Dragon Rulers. So I decided to play this deck because I actually know what these cards do. Shout out to Jordan O'Brien, Hammer and Nail, for his help on the deck. So yeah, I played 3 Blaster, 3 Tidal, 3 Tempest, 3 Redox. You max out on all the big ones. And then the babies, honestly, the babies are better than the big ones. I might cut down on some of the other ones. 3 of the white one, he searches all your other rulers. And then 1 of the soul charge from Banish. These cards let you get going. The problem with this deck is the engine is so huge. It's 36 cards. Another engine that I played was the Rose Dragon engine. This engine lets you access the synchros. And it's a pretty condensed engine. It adds a dragon at the end. But it worked really well throughout the tournament. You can fight back with pretty much just the synchros. And this package lets you do that. Especially being able to Tempest search them because they're dragons. And make stronger end boards. And then for the spells, it was 3 Sacred Sword. Cards broken, Pot of Greed. And then, like the Monster Born, Burial from a Different Dimension card. This card's insane. It quick effect resurrects from the Banish pile. And then it also is a Burial in your follow-up turn. So you just bring back all the attributes. This card's cracked. It lets you make Disaster on your opponent's turn. And then the 6 pieces of non-engine. So I debated a lot about what cards I wanted to play in this slot. But in my testing, the Xyz decks were scarier than the Synchro and Fusion decks in the format. So I was originally siding Flying Sea, but I decided to just main them. They pretty much shut down all the Xyz decks, so I figured if I was going to play only 6 non-engine cards, they were going to be the strongest ones in the format. So Droll and Flying Sea. Looking back, I would try to find a way to squeeze Fuelos. I'd have to cut down on the bigger Dragon Rulers, but I think it'd be worth it. And then as for the extra deck, 3 of the Create a card, Chasma. This card does everything. It copies all the big rulers, and then it lets you extend way further. It has a float effect. Eclipse, also an extender and a negate. 2 Flare Metals. So this was my concession against the FTK decks. If I could go first and set up 2 of these, they have to play a bunch of draw cards or effects, and it's enough to win. Also puts in pressure late game if you're able to do some damage and then just make this. It did win me 1 game. 1 Big Eye, 1 Dark Armed, 1 Volo. All of these are utility, they didn't come up. But this one did, Disaster. This card won me multiple games throughout the day. It's just it's a banish everything from your opponent's field or graveyard, and it's a towers, so this card's crazy. And then the synchros that put in a lot of work. Cheng Ying. If you're familiar with Sword Soul format, this card is amazing. It beats a lot of the decks in Genesys by itself, like Fire Kings. And then 2 of the most broken card in my deck. This card's a negate for every attribute that you have engraved. So you can negate a dark monster, a light monster, an earth, etc. once per turn. If this card resolved, it was pretty much game over. And this card's 0 points. And then as for the side, I just played 3 Lava Golem. It's the best Kaiju monster, and it's an attribute. 3 DD Crow, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Twin Twister, 1 Black Rose Garden. You can search this off Ross Rose, and it also turns your opponent's monsters into plants, so decks that need different types or a specific type get really hurt by it. And then 1 Cosmic, and then 1 Unending Nightmare. So that's it for the profile. Thanks for watching.